Oh, you're a programmer. I have a problem with my printer. What's the equivalent of this in your job? Oh, you're an occupational therapist. Can you help me find a job? This is by far the funniest. And I'm sorry people ask you that. I just want to shout out and say thank you to occupational therapists. Someone I know well had a terrible accident at age 14, suffered brain trauma, was in a coma, and had to learn to walk, talk and write again. She went on to eventually make a full recovery. OTs were instrumental in making that possible. Oh, you're a geologist? What kind of rock is this? Just kidding, we love that shit and we'll tell you a long story of the history of that rock and how we saw examples in the field in the middle of nowhere. User avatar level 2 gecko spots middle. 11 meters giggle 2 helpful 2 silver excited take my energy haha yes we will. Other common questions include. Is this a meteorite? No, it's industrial slag. Is this a diamond? No, it's quartz. How much is this rock / mineral / fossil worth? Probably $0. Is this a dinosaur bone? No it is not. Is this gold? No it's pyrite / fool's gold. So you're a statistician? I never get to help friends and family with my professional skills frown. I never get to help friends and family with my professional skills frown. That seems unlikely, statistically speaking. I write statistics textbooks and financial math textbooks, and my wife is a veterinarian. Let's just say we only talk about her day when she gets home. I frequently do get the "oh, you're a math guy, can you multiply these two really big numbers or figure out square roots in your head?" No. No I can't. I am a mathematician, not a calculator. Oh so you're a statistician. Name every statistic. Oh you're a mechanical engineer, can you fix my car? My dad, a mechanic, can't understand why my mom, a mechanical engineer, can't work on her car. He never questions why he can't design stuff. Yes but it's going to cost $20 million in R&D. And another $2,000 for your psychologist. Oh an electrical engineer. Can you wire my garage? I get this one accepted as the VCR. And it's my mom. And I've told her 100 times I don't fix VCRs. And also my dad is also an electrical engineer and doesn't fix VCRs. Also, after undergrad 11 years ago, I went to medical school and never practiced as an engineer. What good are you? Oh you're a paramedic? I have this thing on my toe, will you check it? Ask for $5, look at it for 2 seconds and tell them to go to the hospital / doctor. As a nurse, I feel the same. Cue unsolicited revealing of a fungal infected foot. Oh, a chemical analyst. You must know how to make drugs. Boys in high school once asked our science teacher if he knew how to make a bomb. Oh, a therapist? Tells me about their family member who really needs to see a therapist. My family did the opposite the other day. We expressed the problems we are having with one of my siblings to a friend's wife, then found out she is a therapist. And alternately, so you're an experimental social psychology professor? Can I tell you about this problem? No. I've never even taken abnormal psych in undergrad. If it's about any kind of diagnosis / therapeutic technique and it's not in the intro book I teach out of, I don't know it. There's a reason I became a researcher, not a clinician. Mainly that I'm terrible at all the things required to be a good clinician. I'm so glad that there are other people out there who are good clinicians. You're invited to my party / event / wedding / celebration. Please could you bring your camera? Sure. Bring 600mm lens and only takes pictures of pigeons, because I'm a wildlife photographer. I once went to a wedding where they put out dozens of disposable cameras at the reception and asked everyone to take pictures with those. They did also have a professional photographer and they made it clear that for the big photo moments, first dance, cake cutting, etc. we were to stay firmly out of the photographer's way. The bride told me later that while they clearly weren't professionally done, a lot of the candid shots from those disposables were really good and showed that people were genuinely having a good time celebrating. Oh, you're a pharmacist? Well I have this huge, gaping wound on my left butt cheek, can you look at it and tell me what I can use over the counter? Sir. Please go to the hospital. In some countries, pharmacists can act as the kind of first line of access to the healthcare system. They have walk-in clinics for people who can ask is this really serious enough to see a doctor about, or can you fix it with a pill, cream? I've seen that a lot in the developing world, where doctors may be scarce. Oh, a writer? Can you help with this very important legal letter? And a non-job bonus, you're married to my programmer son, can you help me with my phone? My husband gets the "you work in IT, my printer isn't working" questions from his mom. She thinks he does tech support. He programs systems for universities, government departments, etc. I worked as a general admin in a small IT department. I found out my mother-in-law was telling people that I could build a website for them. Oh, you work in construction? Proceeds to ask about fixing things around the house, asking if something was installed wrong because it doesn't look right, or wanting a price quotes for various projects. Tear it down to the studs. My dad didn't work in construction, like at all, but he was extremely handy. He spent one summer replacing all the retaining walls in the front of our house. He redesigned them and they looked amazing as he worked on them. We lived in a more urban area, so it was very visible from the street, which had a fair amount of traffic. I cannot tell you the number of people who stopped, pulled in our driveway while he was working and asked him to come quote replacing the walls at their house because ours looked so nice. He would just smile and say, "Oh, I'm just the homeowner here, not a professional." And these people would call him a liar and or insist they give them a quote and would tell them their addresses. It was crazy. He probably could have made bank, but it was such a difficult, taxing and involved project, he never wanted to do it again after he finished our walls, lol. Oh, you're a truck driver? Can you come tell me what's wrong with my car? Ma'am, I just drive the damn things. You want the shop guys for that? Edit, okay, wow. Lots of attention on this one. To clarify a few things. I know how to do basic maintenance on my truck, replace bulbs, fuses, etc. but for serious repairs, that's on the shop. Yes, I know your great-great-grandpappy twice removed drove a truck since he was 3 and can take one apart and put it back together blindfolded. Most drivers aren't like that. All I'm saying is driving them doesn't automatically equal being able to fix them by any means. Yes, I know how to check my fluids and all that. In fact, we're required by law to do it every morning. Too many drivers don't, and that'll come back to bite them in the ass sooner or later. Oh, an accountant. Can you add and or multiply these huge numbers in your head lightning fast? No. You have no idea what I do. Followed up by oh, you're an accountant, can you help me with my taxes? Oh, you work for a law firm? My son's ex-girlfriend wants full custody of their kid. What should he do? A, I'm a mass tort paralegal. I don't do family law. B, he needs to get a lawyer. Exactly. I'm a patent attorney and get questions about neighbor disputes, custody arrangements, wills. Oh, you're a graphic designer? Can you make a logo for me really quick? It's for my cousin's birthday. I don't have any money to pay, but I'll have multiple revisions that will cut into your actual paying work time, but then get upset when you ask for payment. Fucking this. Same with cinematography and photography. I had a guy walk up to me the other day while doing street photography and ask me if I do music videos. I'm like, no, and even if I did I wouldn't take a job from some random who walked up to me on the street and tried to make a verbal contract with no discussion of pay. Oh, you studied linguistics? What does this word mean? It's the study of linguini, right?